Hi everyone. Hi. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. So this is day 5, guys. Welcome everyone. Welcome back to Java Programming Zero to Hero, day 5. So we have learned a lot of things, and yes, yet again today we would also learn some more things here. So Ananti has joined in the comment section today. So yeah, hi Ananti. Good evening. I think some more people would also join. Those who have already joined the video, guys, those who are already watching, please do show your presence in the comment section. Yeah, hi Shiva. Hi, good evening. Hi Ram. Hello. Okay, so all the people who are there still like watching the video right now, please do show your presence in the comment. Hi Junaid. Hi Ram. Hi Harini. Okay, yep. So some more people would also join meanwhile. So let's have a quick recap of whatever we have learned up to this point. Yeah, hello, Shubhashis. So yeah, what we have learned, guys? We have learned basics of Java. Basically, we have started with the core, the basic concept of OOPS, object-oriented programming language. We have learned, right? We discussed class and object. We created multiple object and try to access the data members of the class, and then we discuss about static and non-static members of the class. Not only data members but also methods, static and non-static method, how to access members, non-static members, how to access static members from static method or non-static method, that we have discussed. We have discussed about packages. We have learned how to take input in Java using the scanner, and we have discussed about something called default package, non-default package, what to do when you want to use some class which is present in a non-default package, that we have discussed. We have discussed access modifier, one of the very important topic. We have discussed public, private, protected, and default, that part we have discussed, guys. And yes, we also have covered constructor, and we have done a nice project on it, that is the cab fare calculation project, that we have mini project, small project we have done on the cab fare calculation, where a user books a ride and travels, and as per that fare, total fare would be calculated and would be shown to the user to be paid, right? We in that project, what we have done, we have taken care of the minimum base fare charge. Also, when cab comes from a distance more than 5 kilometers to pick the user up to take him to the destination, so that also we have taken care of, where we have used this default constructor and parameters constructor beautifully to solve that problem statement, right? Okay, we also have discussed the types of constructor, like copy constructor. Copy constructor again is kind of a parameters constructor, but yeah, we have seen it accepts actually object of the class, and it copies data of one object to another object. That's what copy constructor does, right? Along with the default and parameters constructor, we have seen also copy constructor. So this is what we have done till this point. Also, at the end of the previous class, we have discussed why that system.in, why we actually send pass, or you can say why do we pass system.in as an argument while creating scanner objects. Even that we have discussed, guys, right? Okay, so what we are going to discuss today. Yeah, so I think more people have joined in the chat right now. Let me also greet them. Hi Neeraj, hi Rupesh, Pavitra, Janvi, Ashwini, Vishwajit, Aniket, Aditya, Roshan, and Varun. Yeah, hi. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. So, guys, today I'll be discussing about this why we write public static void main one. That is one. We'll also discuss about why do we write system.out.print or system.out.println, and why not only print or println. That we will discuss. I had said we would discuss this. We would do this connecting Java to the database, but for a change, guys, what I'm planning to do here is I would give you a link of my previous class, okay, where I have discussed this connecting Java to the database. So anyway, you will learn that. I want to do some additional stuff, like something which they ask in interviews a lot. So let's also focus on the interview question. So that would help you in the recruitment, right, placement, right? So I want to dedicate this class on that interview part, the questions which normally we get in interview part. So I'll give you a link. Okay, in the community, I'll post along with the today's material and all. I'll also give a link to you of the class where you can also learn that connecting Java to the database. Okay, but right now, today's class will be dedicated to the placement preparation, the interview questions majorly. Okay, that's what I have planned for this session. Now, okay. So yeah, so we will start with yeah, we'll start with our the questions, interview questions, guys. First thing is, why do we write public static void main? Right? Why do we write public static void main? Let me share the screen. Yeah, I hope it is visible to you all, guys. Please let me know whether it is visible or not in the comments, please. Yeah. So here we are going to discuss about public static void main. Why? Basically, why public static void main? Okay, string args we know already because it is mandatory. Like, this is command line argument. So we and this is the signature that Java understands, that recognizes, right? String args. This is the command line argument we have understood. But why this public static void? So let me first discuss about void. Why a void, guys? What is void? It is actually return type of the function. So in any method or function, there is a return type. Whenever a function, a method doesn't return anything, then the return type should be void. So that's what we are doing here. Main function or as main method is not returning anything, so that's why return type is actually void. Okay, and also I would like to make a point here, guys. The main is also a member of the class. Okay, main is also a member of the class. Might also ask me, actually, if main is also a member of the class, then how come it was not able to access uh, the data members directly? Why do we actually create object to access? We have seen in other like we have seen in example, right? Okay, some method, the show method, if you talk about show, if you recall the show method, in show method I was able to access x directly. X was a data member. Okay, why show method could access x directly? Because both show and x were non-static members, guys. Okay, main method is also a member of the class, but the thing is, main method is static method. As you can see here, static keyword is used. So main method is static, and we know that a static method cannot access non-static member directly. We need object to access non-static members in a static context or in a static method. That's why, guys, we had to create object in main function to access non-static members of the class. But if you have a static member in the class, then you don't have to create object. You can access it directly, or you can access to the class name. Okay, right? Fine. I hope you are getting it, guys. And yep, here void is the return type. Void is the return type of the method, as main method doesn't return anything. Whenever a method or function doesn't return anything, then we keep the return type as void. So that's why it is void. Okay, right? The next thing, why public and static? So who can say, guys? I'll just ask a question to all of you. And meanwhile, also you let me know if it is clear up to this point, whatever we discussed, like why we need object of a class to access member of the same class, even if main method is the main method is also member of the same class. The reason is main method is static member, and we wanted to access non-static member, data member. So we know already in static method, I cannot access non-static members directly, even if it is a member of the class. Even both are member of the same class, we cannot access it directly, right? Okay, now yeah, guys, tell me this thing. Yeah, Tulshi, we would discuss some interview questions, and in the community, I'll post a link of one of my classes where the connecting Java to the database have been discussed. Okay, but right now this class I want to dedicate it for interview question, because it is also important as far as placement are concerned and all. Whenever you go, they normally ask you some question, interview question. So I'll be discussing those questions. We are starting with public static void main. Why? We write public static void main. First thing is void. Why void? Because main method doesn't return anything. That is why void. Any method, if it doesn't return anything, then return type should be void. Okay, this is the first thing we have discussed. Second, what we have discussed, Main method, even if main method is member of the same class, if we have a class, let me show you this. If I have a class test, let's say, and if I have a member X, okay, and then if I have this main method, this main method is also a member of the class test, right? Even then I cannot access X directly. This will give me error. Why error? Because main method is static. You see the keyword static? Main method is static. And we know already, we have discussed already, a static method cannot access non-static data member directly. You need object for it. That's why we create object of the class, and through object we access X. Okay. Got it, guys? One more thing. If you have private int y, right? If you have private int y, then even if you create object, you cannot access y here. This will give you error. You cannot access y. Okay, right? You cannot access y here through object. Why? Because y is private and you cannot access it in a public scope. Main method is public, so you are not allowed to use private member in public scope. That's why we need the getter and setter. Through getter and setter we access it. Got it, guys? Understood? I hope you are getting it. Yeah, that's the same thing I'm doing, Srinivas. I'm actually okay. Coding question you want? It's difficult, Srinivas. In 1 hour, it is very difficult. Why don't you join back? Like there's a data structure algorithm class upcoming. So there I'll be discussing some coding questions actually. So you can register for that course, data structure algorithm upcoming. I think it is. Yeah, it would be there in a few days ahead. I think on 27th December, we have this data structure and algorithm class. Okay, you can register for that course. So there I'll be discussing some coding questions. It is very difficult here in Java because I have to discuss some more interview question actually right now. Okay, now yeah, so this is where I'm discussing here. So if you have a private member, you cannot access it in the main method, even if you have an object, because public member cannot be accessed in the class, in a public scope. Sorry, private members cannot be accessed in the public scope. Okay, with the void, because by default main return void. It is void because main returns nothing. As main method doesn't return anything, that is why return type should be void. I guess we know this already. If a function doesn't return anything, then the return type should be mentioned as void. So that's the thing which we are doing here. Okay. Now the next thing, guys, let's understand this. Yeah, so we have learned two things here. What is the one is this void thing. Okay, fine. We have learned this thing, this part, that why main method is not able to access non-static this X. Even if main method is member of the same class, it is not allowed to access X directly because X is non-static member and main is static member. So we cannot access non-static member directly. We need object for it. Okay, we can write after this here. I can write ob.x equal 20. That is correct. But again, if you have a private data member y, then you cannot access it even if you use object, because private members cannot be accessed in public scope. So that's another thing. Okay, right? Now coming to other things like okay, let me keep this below. Yeah. So coming to other things, why void is a return type? Why it is void? Because main method doesn't does not return anything. That's why return type is void. Then let's talk about this public and static, why it is public and static. So guys, let me ask you a question here. We know this, right? We know that main method is the entry point of a program. Okay, main function is the entry point of a program, and this that is where actually main method yeah, that is where the program execution starts from. You want me to repeat, Swapnil and Iram? Okay. Srujan, it would be uploaded in your profile when you log into LetsUpgrade.in. In the certificate section, you'll find your participation certificate. But in order to get participation certificate, the eligibility list must be out. The exam should be scheduled. Okay. Only then you get your participation certificate in your profile. And when the exam is completed, you are done with the exam. Your the result, when the result will be published, then you get your completion certificate. Yeah. So yeah, some people are asking to repeat this. Why x equal to 20 will this give error? Yeah, obviously we have already seen this. This will give error. This had given error. That's why we created object and accessed through object. Okay, we have seen this. But why error? See, main method is also member of the class test. X is also member of the class test. And if you remember, I had said member of the same class can access each other directly. But the thing is, guys, we also have discussed about static and non-static context, right? Static method cannot directly use non-static members. If you want to use non-static members, you need object for it. So X here is a non-static member. You need object to access. Main is a static method. If main method would have been non-static, then you can access non-static members of the same class directly. But here, as main is static, you cannot access non-static members directly. You need object for it. That's why x equal to 20 will give error. Secondly, when you have private data member y, it cannot be accessed in a public scope. Main being public, okay, main being public, you cannot access private members here in this scope. It will give error. That's why the we discuss about getter and setter. If you remember, we had discussed about getters and setters. Okay, right? Today is the last class, Jagan. Now, main function, we all know that it is entry point of a program. I hope everything makes sense up to this point. Whatever we have discussed, is it clear to all of you guys? Please confirm here. And meanwhile, I'm just giving a brief idea about what we already have discussed. That is, main method is entry point of a program. This is where the program execution starts. Okay, right? This is something we know from C, C++, even in Java. It's the same case. Okay, main method is the entry point of a program. That is where your program execution starts, right? So my point is, in main method we call the other different other methods, right? Inside main method we call show. You might have seen in my other programs. Okay, we have done. We had called like ob.show, kind of this. So from main method we will call different other method. But main is also a method, right? And we say that main method is the entry point of the program. This is where the program execution start. Whatever we will mention in the main, that would be executed. That means main is executed. Main is being called. Okay, main is being called. Who is calling main method? There should be someone, right? Okay, like in main method we are calling other method, so there should be someone who calls main method too, because main is also a method, so it need to be called in order to get executed, in order to start execution of main, the statements of main. This has to be called, right? Who calls? Who can say? Who is calling main function? In C, if you know, tell me guys, in C, what is the case in C or C++? Who calls main function? In C or C++, same thing, right? The case is same. Main function is the entry point. The execution starts from main function, but someone calls main function too. Who is that? In C, C++, who can say? In C, C++, who calls main function? Then we'll come to Java. Who calls C? Who calls the main function in C program or in C++ program? Anyone? Okay, I'm still waiting for your answers. You do not have to Google it, guys. Okay, if you know this, say me. Otherwise, anyway, I'll be discussing. Okay, right? Okay, I see. I haven't got any answers from anyone. So let me tell you guys. So main function being a function, so it also has to be called. Okay, Susan, I asked first of all about C, C++ actually. Okay, then we'll go to then we'll come to Java. Okay, in C, C++, main, there is someone. Yes, there is someone who calls main. That is operating system. We actually give command to operating system. User gives command to operating system, and operating OS or operating system actually calls main function, right? Okay, yeah, Aniket, you are correct. Operating system. Okay, so OS, we as a user give command to OS, and OS actually calls or invokes the the invokes the main function of C++ program. Okay, right? Got it? And then next, in Java, what about in Java? What about Java? In Java, basically who calls? It is JVM, guys. Okay. In C or C++, in C or C++, OS actually calls main function. Okay. To be very specific, if you ask me, that is kernel of operating system actually calls main function. In Java, JVM is the one who calls main function. And JVM is not present in your package, right? JVM is present in some package of operating system. It is present in some other package, in a different package, in some other like operating system, right? It is present in a in some package of operating system. So it is not present in a current package. First thing you need to note, JVM calls main function, but from a different package as in whole, right? Okay, so guys, if you want something to be called from different package, what are the ways? You cannot make it private, right? Okay, if main function is private, then can anyone call it from outside the package? Answer is no, we cannot call. We already have discussed about it. If we keep main method default, if you don't use any access modifier, if you keep it default, can anyone call it from outside the current package? Answer is again no, we have already discussed it. Okay, default members cannot be accessed outside the current package. This is what we have discussed, right? Then third, the protected. If we make Java protected member, let's say if Java is protected, can you call it from outside the current package? Answer is yes, we can call it, but only child class can call parent class protected member. Okay, right? Got it? Okay. So now we don't have to. We are not importing any such package. So see what we are doing. So guys, here we are talking about if Java, if let's say main function is protected, okay, if a member is protected, we can call it from outside the package. But the condition is only child class can call parent class protected members. Right? Okay, got it. Now, here we are talking about main function, main method, and JVM. So JVM, how this main function you have written, right? You have written the program right now. How come you will expect that there would be a child parent, parent child relationship between JVM and this class, this program, this class which you have written now? Obviously, there would be no by default inheritance, right? So JVM cannot be child class of the class which you have written in your program now. Okay, right? So protected is also not an option here. So only option left out for us is keeping it public. If we keep main method as public, only then JVM can call it from anywhere. So it is present in a different package, so JVM can call now main method. That's why main method is kept as public. Is it clear, guys? Why public? First of all, we'll talk about static, but is it clear why main method is public? Main method is public in order to make it possible that JVM calls it, or JVM can call it from outside the current package. That's it. Understood? Is it clear? Because no other way around. If you use any other access modifier, then JVM cannot call main method. If you keep it private, it cannot be accessed. If you keep it default, it cannot be accessed outside the current package. If you keep it protected, the added condition that only child class can access parent class protected member. But here JVM, we are talking about JVM and this main method which we have written right now in a class, in a program. How come we would expect that parent child relationship by default? No, right? That's why the only option left out is keeping main as public. We know JVM would try to call main method. If you don't make it public, then JVM cannot call main method. That's it. That's why main method is public. Okay, next. let's talk about, I see like so many people have confirmed that they have understood why main method is kept public. Okay, then let's then talk about why it is public. Sorry, public we have discussed. Why it is static. Let's talk about why main method is kept static. So guys, you write number of, like a lot of program, right? Let's say I will write 5 or 6 programs. In every program, I'll have a class and I'll have a main function, right? I'll have a main method. So there would be like, if I'm writing 5 programs, then there would be, I expect that there would be 5 main method of respective classes, right? So now JVM is trying to call main method. JVM is trying to call the main method to execute the program. Which main method it will call? One specific main method it has to call, right? Okay, if I have a student class, I want to run this program, then I expect that, okay, the main method present in student class need to be called. That's why we write in the command prompt Java student. So student class main method should be called. So in order to differentiate between main methods of different classes, guys, JVM calls main method through class name. Okay, so JVM says, okay, this class main method should be executed. Now it calls. So JVM calls main method through class name in order to differentiate between all other main method of different classes. And we know already, guys, if you want to call something using class name, then it has to be static, right? Okay, non-static can be called using only using object, but if we keep something static, we can call it through class name, and JVM actually calls main method through class name by using class name. That's why we have to make main function as static. Only when it is static, JVM can call it through class name. Only when it is public, JVM can call it. Okay, why public? So that JVM can call it. Why static? So that JVM can call it through class name, by class name, in order to differentiate between which main method it is actually calling, which program has to be executed. That's why it is public static void main. Is it clear, guys, to everyone? The entire picture, why it is public static void? I hope everyone is clear with this. It's a very important question, and I expect everyone to understand this. Clear, guys, or not? Why public? Because JVM, so that JVM can call main method from a different package. Okay. Why static? Why static? Because JVM, so that JVM can call main method by class name. In order to, why using class name, why calling by why it will call by class name, just to differentiate between different main functions. There will be multiple main method. Okay, so this is the reason. Got it, guys? Understood or not? Yes, clear. Great. That's great. So if it is clear, then I let's talk about one more thing, guys. Okay, we now know about this main method. Let's talk about the system.out.print or system.out.println. So for that, I would like to share another screen. So I need a terminal actually. So let me start a terminal and show you there. Okay, I want to show you some command. The command we have already seen actually, but yeah, I'll reuse that command and we'll see the thing. I hope it is visible, guys. Everyone, I hope it is visible. The command prompt. Let me just zoom in bit more so that it would be clearly visible to everyone. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I hope it is visible to everyone. I have shared a command prompt, guys. So what I want to do here is I want to basically run that Java P command. Java P command we have seen, right? Java P. If you want to list down the members of a class, any class, then we use Java P command, right? So that's the same thing I'll use here. So let's write Java P. What I want to check. I want to check here a member of a class called printstream, java.io.printstream. So there is a printstream class, guys, present in IO package, IO input output. So all the classes related to input and output are present in IO package, input output package. So I want to check the members of this print stream class. That's why I've written Java P, Java.io.print stream. Okay, let's hit enter and let's see the members of the class. So all like there are a lot of members of the class, but I would like you to notice this print, okay, and println. If you see here clearly, there are a lot of print and println methods, overloaded method. Okay, there are a lot of overloaded print and println method. Everything is public, guys. All the methods is print and println, all are public, but they are overloaded. What do you mean by overloaded method? Method overloading means if we have in a class, if we have multiple methods with same name, that is known as method overloading. So in print stream class we have overloaded print and println method. Okay, right? Everyone is public, but all this print and println are non-static method. What is they are public, then they can be called anywhere, but they are non-static method. As we can see, there is no static keyword used. That means we need object of print stream class in order to call print or println method. Okay, we need object of print stream class in order to call print and println method, because they are non-static method actually, right? So in that case, I'll also like you to I like to show you this system class, java.lang.system. We already have seen members of system class, but this time I would like you all to focus on another member, that is this one, second one. What is this? The name of this is out, and it is actually object of print stream class. So object of print stream class is present here in system class as a static member. I need this object to call print and println. So using this object, I should write out.print or out.println. Okay, but again, out I cannot use directly because out is also a member of system class. It is present in system class, but luckily it is present as static member. So I can use out using class name system. That's why we write system.out.print or system.out.println. Is it clear, guys? The reason behind writing system.out.print and system.out.println and not directly print or println. Is it clear? Let me know, guys, in the comments. Is it clear why it is system.out.print and why it is system.out.println? Basically, print and println are methods. They are member of print stream class. They are non-static member of print stream class. So we need object in order to access them. And object of print stream class is present in system class. We need that object. But again, we cannot access that object directly because it is member of a class now. It is member of system class. But luckily, it is static member of the system class. So I can access out using class name system. So I will write system.out. Then in order to access print or println, I'll write system.out.print or system.out.println. That's it. Pure object like OOPS concept, guys. Whatever we have discussed, everything lies behind it. Okay, we have discussed a very fundamental thing of OOPS and very important stuffs we have already discussed. So that would help you a lot actually. That is the fundamental of OOPS which we have learned actually in this 4 or 5 days. Okay, now understood, right, everyone? Great. Then we will talk upon one more thing, but before that we can have a small 1 minute break kind of thing. Okay, meanwhile you can watch this video.
Hey, hi guys, this is Sai Kiran from LetsUpgrade, and I'm here today to congratulate you all guys for completing or for pursuing our Essentials program in various fields what we do. And I want to tell that yes, this is amazing program what you're doing, but if you want to continue this learning and want to take your career to next level with a one-on-one personal mentorship what we are not providing in Essentials and also build real-time projects, then join our 6 months PGP full stack program in data science or AI/ML or web development in MERN stack or Python Django. That's it. Bye-bye.
Yeah, guys. So I'll again add some point to it. So as we know, some maybe new people have joined. So for them, I'll just repeat it. So guys, yes, we are not able to provide one-to-one mentorship or doubt clearing thing on essential. But yes, if you join a PGP session, PGP full stack session, then you will get one-to-one mentorship from the instructor, right? Okay, your doubts and all, you can schedule doubt clearing session one-to-one with the instructor, and we are providing live classes so that you can stop the trainer and ask doubt and all. But yes, in case if you miss the live class, you can also watch the recording later. The best part is, guys, we are running four actually courses right now, and we are planning to include this Java thing, Java full stack Java course also. But right now we have these four courses: Python and Django, AIML and deep learning, data science, and full stack web development course. So in all the courses, we start from very scratch and we go to a very in-depth level where we like, you can say, an expert level. We touch all the thing we cover. Okay. The best part is you just buy one course and you get access to all the four courses. Okay, so there is no confusion around you which one to choose, which course to choose, and for which one we have to pay. Just pay for one course, get access to all of the courses. You learn everything, guys. Okay, as per your time. Don't mix up everything. Yeah, as per your comfortability, you get access to everything. You learn everything. Okay, also added to that, we also provide placement in your like preferred domain. But the thing is, you have to submit assignment. If you want placement from us, then you have to submit assignment to it. So you'll be doing in the course what you will be doing. You'll be doing, along with the learning of the concept and all, you'll be doing 15 plus project, one client side project you will do. And then you learn the placement preparatory stuffs also, the data structure and algorithm. Okay, in detail you will discuss, you will learn actually software engineering concept and system design part together combined. And you also learn the cloud computing stuff. You learn resume building. You have mock interviews, okay, empowering sessions. So all those stuff, all this thing, a complete full packed thing we are providing you guys. Okay, and that's at a price of only one course price. And what is the price? If you check out our website, it is mentioned at 29,600 for a course, right? But yes, I have come up with coupon code, so you can use this name, my name, Subrat, coupon code. Okay, when you use this as coupon code, you get straight 4,000 discount, guys. Okay, you get straight 4,000 discount on that 29,600. So basically it is 25,600. You are getting all the four courses with all the benefits, 6 month long courses with all the benefit, projects, assignments, placements, placement preparatory classes, everything, one-to-one mentorship, doubt clearing session, everything, live plus recorded, everything you get, guys. Okay, right? So if anyone is interested to know more about it, okay, then you just fill up this form, guys. I'm putting a form link actually in the comment, so you can all fill this form. But do not forget to mention the coupon code, as this will fetch you 4,000 discount in case you decide to enroll in any of the course. Okay, anyway, you choose any course, you get access to all the courses, right? So do check out this link, and one of my team member will reach out to you. Okay, will give you all the details, and then only you decide, guys, whether to go in for this or not. We take a very small token amount of 2,000 rupees to reserve your seat, and you check for 1 week and all. If you like it, you stay. If you don't like it, then you'll get the refund. Okay, that's what we do. That's how we do. We don't have, like, we want to provide quality education with affordable price. So see this, fill this up, mention the coupon code, check out with my team. If you get interested, then you can like move forward with us. Fine. So coming back to what we are discussing right now here, that is, yeah, some more interview question, right? Okay. So the next interview question is again a very important stuff which we want to discuss. That is, again, this is also asked a lot of time. I am not very sure whether you have heard about this or not. Auto boxing and unboxing. Okay, this is not on that unboxing where we do this YouTube videos and open products. No, that not that unboxing. So guys, if you remember, we had discussed about something called wrapper class. Okay, if you recall our earlier sessions, I had mentioned something about wrapper class. What is wrapper class? So wrapper classes basically is a set of wrapper classes. It's a set of classes for each of the data type. For each of the primitive data type, like int, we have a class for it, that is integer. Okay. For char, I have a class for it. Okay, that is character class. Similarly, we also have others, like for float we have, okay, just let me correct, yeah, character. So for float I have a float class, for double I have a double class, kind of this. So this set of classes together, if you take, then these are called as wrapper classes, right? Okay, these are called as wrapper classes. These together you take, this is called as wrapper classes. Okay, right? And if you remember, I also had shown you how to actually use this wrapper class object in order to use it as a variable, okay, a means to store data. So if you use primitive data type, we use this way: int x equal to 20. Okay, in this variable x, 20 would be stored. But for the same thing, if you want to use this wrapper class instead of using this primitive data type, then you write integer I equal to I, or any name you take. You can go for this new integer 20, or you can go for integer I equal to 20. Okay, anything you can write. So this way, basically, we're creating object and assigning 20. Even here, guys, 20 would be assigned to I. 20 would be stored in I. Okay. I think that was not visible until this point, but I have moved it above. So I think now it must be visible to all of you. Okay. Sorry for that. Yeah. Now, so again, let me just repeat it once. So this is using primitive data type. Primitive data type. And this basically using the wrapper class. Wrapper class. I'm using integer class. So you can assign 20 this way. You can create this way, or you can write this way, guys. Okay, this is wrapper class which we already have discussed. What is auto boxing? What is auto boxing? What exactly we mean by auto boxing? Auto boxing, guys. See, I'll tell you here. If you have a primitive data type, let's say 25. If you have a primitive data type x, where we have stored some data 25, let's say, if you write here integer I equal to, see, there are, as I mentioned here, I can write new integer x. This is also fine, but this is not auto boxing, guys. Okay, this is not auto boxing. If I write here integer I equal to x, this is called as auto boxing. Automatically the value of x would be converted into a object type and it would be stored in I. X will not be converted. The data, the value stored in x would be converted into integer class type and would be stored in I. This is known as auto boxing. Also, this is also auto boxing, guys. Integer I equal to, let's say, 15. Again, this is also auto boxing, because 15 is the integer, the primitive data type. 15 is int data type, so it would be automatically converted. Auto boxing. Why boxing? Because it is stored in the class object, actually. That is why it is known as auto boxing. Okay, you might have heard about, you might have heard about yeah, guys, I have taken it up, so now it will be visible. You might have heard about something called encapsulation. That is again a feature of OOPS concept, encapsulation. What is encapsulation? Encapsulation is nothing but binding up of data and method members together in a single unit. Okay. And what is the example of encapsulation? Class. To talk about example, then it is class. Class is an example. Class, actually, in class you get encapsulation. You get encapsulation in class. Class provides encapsulation. Encapsulation, it's like a capsule, guys. In a capsule, you wrap up this different kind of medicines are present in the single capsule. You don't see it when you open it. You'll get a powdered form. There actually different medicines are mixed together and there and are present there. Similarly, a class, it's a mix of, it will contain data members and method members, several data members and methods there. Okay, several methods and data members together there, you'll find it there. Got it, guys? So that is known as encapsulation. So that is why this term boxing is used, because you are converting, or basically you are converting a primitive data type into a class type. As soon as it is converted into class type, it is actually encapsulated, you can say. It is bound together with the integer, class, methods, or the other data members, right? That's why we call it boxing, because a layer has been put up there. It is now stored inside this object I. That's why it is known as boxing. And as it is being converted automatically, it is known as auto boxing. Similarly, what is unboxing? Auto unboxing, you can say. But let's when you understand unboxing, you understand auto unboxing. So if you have integer object, integer I equal to new integer, and you have, let's say, 25, guys. Okay. Now, if you write int x equal to I, automatically this object type, okay, the value in I 25, that is of type integer. Okay, this object type would be, this integer type would be converted into primitive type int. This is known as auto unboxing. This is auto unboxing. So please be clear about boxing and unboxing, guys. Okay, so basically they normally ask in interviews actually. Yeah, yes, encapsulation is that wrapping up of or binding up of data and method together into a single unit is called encapsulation. Class is a beautiful example of encapsulation, guys. It provides encapsulation. One more feature of encapsulation is data hiding feature. Okay, that is you cannot directly access the feature. Yeah, exactly, Aniket. Okay, in encapsulation we get that feature. Data hiding is added feature of encapsulation, because it is encapsulated inside it. So capsule, okay, right? So we cannot access the data members directly. That is the whole concept of keeping it private. In OOPS or Java suggests you keep the data members private, because you don't want it to be accessed publicly. You want to keep it hidden. Data hiding. That is data hiding. Okay, a lot of people get confused with data hiding and abstraction. They think, okay, data hiding is also data abstraction, but I'll say there is a thin line between data hiding and data abstraction. Data hiding is this, guys. You make the data members private and you cannot access it directly. Okay, through object you access and all. Abstraction is something else. Abstraction means, data abstraction means uh, you you think that, okay, this okay, let's take an example that would be better. If you take an example of stack or queues, they are not absolute data structure. They're actually abstract data structure or abstract data types. Why they are called as abstract data types or abstract data structures? Because they do not have their own implementation. Stack and queue do not have its own implementation. We implement stack feature either using arrays or linked list. So we are actually using some other data structures there. We are not actually using its own features. So stack and queues are not absolute data structure. They are actually abstract data structure. But what we think, if you code a stack or code feature, stack feature or queue feature, and give it to a person, a third person who may not be aware of programming or this stack and all, what that person will think, okay, this is a data structure, it has this feature, push, pop, and all these features are there. But it necessarily, that person will not think actually that the stack and queue do not have its own data structure. Actually, we are using linked list or arrays actually behind the scene. So basically, abstraction means you will have all the feature, you will use a feature, but you would be unaware of the background detail, the implementation detail, right? That's data abstraction. Data hiding is simple. It is an added feature of encapsulation. So you don't allow the data to be accessed publicly, right? So you keep it private so that you cannot access it directly. You access it through, even you cannot access it through object in public. If you remember, I have mentioned in this class itself, in main method, as main is public, you cannot access private members of the class in there. That is why we had discussed getters and setters. Indirectly we have to use. Okay, right? I hope it makes sense, guys. I hope you understood the whole point of boxing and auto boxing. Sorry, auto boxing and unboxing, auto unboxing. I hope you understood the why do we write system.out.print or system.out.println. I hope you understood why public static void main. I hope you understood encapsulation. I hope you understood data abstraction also. Anyway, we haven't implemented data abstraction and all because we don't have enough time for that. That is a long topic. But I hope you have the basic idea now. What is data encapsulation and what is encapsulation and what is data abstraction. So, guys, anyway, whenever you go to any interview, there you can expect a question on feature of OOPS. What are the four pillars of? They would ask you what are the four pillars. What are the pillars of basically what are the pillars of OOPS, object oriented programming language? What is the pillars of object oriented programming language? Or they may directly ask you what are the four pillars. So it is very straightforward. One is encapsulation. Okay. Second is inheritance. Third is abstraction. Or and fourth is polymorphism. These four are the main pillars of polymorphism. If you ask me what we have understood, we have discussed actually encapsulation. Okay. And we have discussed encapsulation, right? The same thing, whatever we have done, that is encapsulation only, whatever we have done. We haven't discussed actually abstraction, we haven't discussed inheritance, we haven't discussed polymorphism. Three more pillars we haven't discussed because there is not enough time actually to cover it up. Okay, maybe in some future classes I'll have to, if I want to discuss on that part, those part, I might have to basically I might skip, I'll have to skip the basics part. But again, I cannot skip the basics part because many beginners would be there. All right. Okay. So we haven't discussed inheritance, polymorphism, and excuse me, the polymorphism, inheritance, and abstraction. Abstraction, I just given a basic introduction, guys. Okay, there's a whole lot of picture, like we have to see how it is implemented and all. We have just discussed in encapsulation till this point. But yes, even in that encapsulation, we have touched other concepts like constructor, static, non-static, access modifier. These are also building blocks of OOP, guys. That is very important. Okay, so without knowing them, you cannot proceed further toward inheritance or polymorphism or abstraction. So this was a major part, important part, so that now you can actually by your own, you can also learn inheritance, polymorphism. It will make, this thing will make sense. But if you don't know the part which we have discussed in these 5 days, then it would be difficult for you to learn, like understand inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. So I hope everything made sense, guys. So we are actually end of this session. So I'll if you got any doubt, please ask me, or else we would call a day and let's we will disperse then. Okay, I will attach a link, guys, in the community along with today's whatever I've coded or written. Along with today's material, I'll also attach a link of a previous YouTube class where you can find the find how we can like connect Java to the database. You'll find there. Okay, you learn. So I have in detail I have covered. Today I wanted to dedicate this class for some interview questions. So that's what I've done. I hope, like, I wanted to give you maximum benefit. So that's why I have done in this way. So guys, like, is everything clear or is there any doubt? Whatever we have learned in these 5 days, is everything clear? Did everything make sense to you? Okay, do not lose practice of it, do not lose hold of it, practice it. Even if the session batch gets over, do not lose a track of it, guys. Do practice, do some programs on it on your own by looking out for example. That's the way which would make you very comfortable with OOP and Java, like, basically, right? Is it clear, guys? Everything, is it clear? Okay, great. Great then. Okay then. Aniket says yes. Shubhasi says clear. Jagan says yes, it's clear. What about others? Yeah, there are a lot of people. I expect some confirmation over the comment, and then we can finally disperse and call this session off. And basically, we can call this batch off. Okay. So again, guys, like I'm coming up with yeah, so for all those who are there, there is a design pattern class also coming this month, 27th only, 27th December. Design pattern in Java. So that is again more towards your software part. Okay, if you are seeing yourself in an IT industry, if you want to get into software industry, if you want to look your be a software developer actually, okay, a product developer, then you need to understand the design patterns that are involved in software development. Okay, for that we are coming up with a design pattern class in Java. Okay, so 27 December we are coming up with two things, very very important thing actually. Design pattern in Java, those would be helpful for understanding those are required actually while you work as a software developer. It's a like industry purpose language, industry purpose batch actually, that is. Okay, we will just discuss about design pattern. Okay, for beginner level we will discuss, because like, we cannot really directly jump to advanced section. So we will have this design pattern in Java. We'll learn 27th December. We are starting with that batch. Also, we will have data structure and algorithm batch, guys. Both of them are very important. Data structure and algorithm, you need it for placements. Okay, it is very vital component as far as this placement screening rounds are concerned. Your coding round and everything, all of those stuff. Sorry, right? All of those stuff you need it, right? Data structure and algorithm, it is important. Again, design pattern in Java, it is again important for your software developer journey. So if you get hold of these two things, it is better for you. So I hope everyone who have attended Java session from day one, they would again enroll for the design pattern. Okay, design pattern course. And I would also like you all to join the data structure class also, because again it is an added thing, right? This will again benefit you. I'll take the data structure class. Okay, I'll discuss many fundamental thing which they ask in interviews and all. Okay, we'll see that. We'll also solve some coding problems there that we could not do in Java. We will do there in data structure algorithm. Okay, so fine then, guys. So this is all that we had for Java programming zero to hero on in this all these 5 days. So that's what we'll again meet in some other session. Okay, in other batch, maybe if you join data structure and all, so we will again meet there. We'll again learn some cool concept, some important and fundamental concept there. Again, we will meet again. Okay, meanwhile you can guys check out as I said, if anyone is interested for getting enrolled in a PGP session, at least get the details. You fill this form, okay? Give the coupon code, my name, just mention it in order to get coupon like discount coupon of 4,000. Get details, then you make decision. Okay, I reiterate the stuff. Always make informed decision. Get details first, then you decide. No one is like making you no one is actually pushing you, pressing you, pressurizing you to do that. No, just take details and then you decide. That's it, guys. That's it for this Java programming zero to hero. So let's meet again in some other batch. Till then, guys, take care. Bye bye. Good night. Keep learning and keep rocking.